What's up? What's up, social media family? It's your boy, your big brother, your little brother. It just depends on the situation, but it's your boy, Noble Alexander in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right. Y'all know how we like to do this. First and foremost, we want to start off by saying Hotep, Shalom, Salam Alaikum, peace and blessings, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. What's up with y'all? All right, we halfway through the season now. Season 4. Season 4, we here. Halfway through it. And we down there. We halfway through the month too already. We were just celebrating New Year's. We halfway through the month. Good grief. We finna be in February. It's Valentine's Day coming up. Uh-oh. Time for people to start spending some damn money. Good grief. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. But for those that's just their first time tuning in to the show, welcome to the I'll Slap the Sense in You show. This slap is not a slap of disrespect. This is a smack to, wake you up a little bit. Cause your pineal gland might be a little calcified, and you kind of need somebody to wake you up. And I know some of y'all don't like to get woke up out your sleep. We know how we can get when someone's waking us up out of our sleep, but it's okay. It's okay. That's why your little brother, your big brother, depending on the situation. That's why I'm here to go ahead and give you that little smacky smack of love, wake you up a little bit, okay? There's no offense at all. So with that being said, yeah, I'm still out here putting foot to ass, foots on neck, and that's what it's all about. I'm still out here doing what I do. This whole season we gonna be putting our foot in the ass, right? Because it's time for balance to be brought into the world, to the universe. So I know a certain section has had its time to go ahead and distort things and keep people in the dark and, pumping up everybody's ego and feeding their pride and celebrating ignorance. So, yeah, I think we're about done with that now, right? Okay, so, real quick, as you can see, today's topic is called Joseph, the rejected brother. Okay. But real quick, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know why Facebook seems to not have my titles accurate and updated as properly. So it might show on Facebook, it might show the title of like the first episode in the first season for some strange reason. But you can clearly see what the topic is if you see it. You know what I'm saying? It's Joseph, the rejected brother. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna talk about Joseph. He was a biblical figure. I'm gonna talk about Joseph, and after I give the story of Joseph, then we're gonna do what we do, and we're gonna have some fun up in here. You know what I mean? That's what we gonna do tonight. All right. So for those who don't know, Joseph is a biblical figure. Biblical figure. Okay. I'm not necessarily talking about Jesus' daddy, Joseph, or his steppops, right? I'm talking about Joseph, the one that was actually sold into slavery by his own brothers, betrayed by his own brothers. So let's talk about it. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna do what we do on this show. Real quick, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a pastor. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with being a man in the cloth. It's just not necessarily something that, you know, I don't feel like that's for me. But, salute to those that do. But I am somebody that takes the volume of sacred law seriously, whether it be the Quran, the Bible, the Torah. I do, like to take those lessons and apply those lessons to my life. And I'm not perfect, far from it, but You know, I know who I am at the end of the day, right? So the story of Joseph goes like this. So Joseph was the son of Jacob, okay? And Jacob is the one in the Bible. If you know anything about the Bible, he was the one that had kind of wrestled with God. You know, he's a well-known biblical figure, Jacob. Okay, so Jacob had 12 sons, and these 12 sons represent basically like the 12 tribes of Israel. And Joseph was one of them. And so Joseph's mother name was Rachel. So Jacob had, if I'm not mistaken, he had 4 wives, and those 4 wives collectively produced the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. And so Joseph's mother is Rachel. So you can look this up in look this up in the Bible. It's in the book of Genesis, okay? I believe it's like chapter, I don't know, 37 through 50. Okay. But anyway, so um Jacob is a very known, well biblical figure. Joseph and his brothers, you know, they represent the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. So according to the story, Joseph had a vision. He had a dream. He had a vision, and in the dream, it was revealed to him that one day his brothers, his father, and a lot of people would come to acknowledge him as a great person, and some people would actually have to bow down to him. Right. So he shared this vision with his father and his brothers. So his father was a little upset, but he didn't dismiss it because, you know, Jacob is tapped into the spirit, or was tapped into the spirit, so he didn't quite dismiss it. But when his brothers found out about it, when they was listening to it, you know, they got offended. You know, they got upset, and they already had an issue with Joseph because um, Joseph and Jacob had a great relationship. One of the reasons because Jacob actually he loved the hell out of Rachel. You know, he had 4 wives, and one of them was Rachel, and he really loved Rachel. And so that really kind of cemented a bond between Joseph and Jacob. And so once he told them the vision, again, they got upset, they got mad. So one day they was all out in the field, all of the brothers except for Joseph at the time. So you know they conversating about what Joseph said. So you know people are getting angry. So they started conspiring against Joseph, like, you know, well, maybe we should unalive him, this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. So Joseph just so happened to be coming down the road. They seen him coming. So they like, okay, well, we out here in the field, you know, ain't nobody around. Let's just go ahead and just, you know, let's just go ahead and get him out of here, right? So I think it was Benjamin. One of his brothers' name was Benjamin. And Benjamin said, no, let's not just kill him. Let's just throw him in this pit and leave him to die. Something like that. Now, Benjamin also, he shared the same mother with Joseph, which is Rachel. So Benjamin's mother is Rachel as well. And so Joseph came up to him. They started conversating, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, because of their jealousy, their hatred, and all of this, they grabbed him up and they threw him in the pit. So as they threw him in the pit, I guess this caravan of slave traders just so happened to be coming. So then they said, well, hold up. Instead of just letting them die in this pit, you know, let's just go ahead and sell Joseph into slavery. So they decided, like, all right, cool. We can do that. We get a little paper for him. You know, let's just go ahead and do it like that. Let's sell him into slavery. So when the slave traders came up, they sold Joseph into slavery. I believe they got 20 pieces of silver. Again, I'm not a preacher. I'm not a pastor. I'm just going off of what I know. You know what I mean? So they sold him into slavery for like 20 pieces of silver. Okay. So the the brothers went back, so after they sold Joseph into slavery, they took his clothes and they like covered it in blood and kind of ripped it up a little bit, right? And so they went back to Jacob and was like, hey, man, Joseph is gone. He's no longer with us. He done crossed over to the ancestors. You know, he got attacked by a wild animal. Now, this is all in the book of Genesis. You can look this up for yourself, all right? You ain't got to go off what I'm saying. Just look it up, all right? Take the time to do some homework on your own for a change, right? And so he got sold. So Jacob was like, you know, distraught. He was like, oh my God, my son, he was really hurt, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, he wasn't dead. His brothers had sold him into slavery. Cool. So, you know, he's doing his time as a slave. He's in prison. He's in a pen. Modern day, he's in a pen, right? So this guy came along. I forgot what this guy's name was. So this guy came along, saw Joseph, you know, and Joseph was a well-built man. He had muscles and stuff, so it looked like he was handy in a lot of different things. So he purchased Joseph. All right, he made a purchase for Joseph. And this was a dude that was well off, had some things going and everything. So he purchased Joseph, and he took Joseph to his, you know, to his castle or compound or wherever he was at. Again, it was somebody that was well off. He wasn't no buck. So he bought Joseph, all right? So when he took Joseph, bought him, had Joseph working. Everything was cool for a while. But the whole time Joseph is there, the dude that bought Joseph out of slavery, his wife is own Joseph. You know what I mean? When I say own, I mean like, you know what I'm saying? She own him. You know what I'm saying? She like, ooh, she attracted to him, so she own him. And so she would always find little pockets of time to try to flirt with him and run up on him and say little stuff. But Joseph was, you know, he had tunnel vision. He trying to stay focused. He like, you know what I'm saying? He like a real one. He like, nah, I'm not. He like, nah, I'm not getting caught up. I'm cool. I'm good. So at some point, she got irritated and was just like, forget it. He about to give me that thing. He about to give me that eggplant. You know what I mean? So this real talk. This in the Bible. So she, you know, came to him, was like, what's up? Whoa. Joseph like, hey, yo, look, you know, hey, you know, get up off me. You like, look, I don't want no smoke. It's gonna be a problem. I'm not doing that. Plus, God gonna get mad at me all the time because he was a divine masculine. He was a real dude. That's that, you know, you got to be real when you got all your brothers. You got 11, because he had 11 brothers and all of them was hating on him. So, you know, you got to be a real one if you got that many people hating on you, right? That's what people don't be understanding. So, she ended up grabbing him forcefully, like, nah, come and get this cookie jar. And he like, nah, I'm cool. And he broke. Joseph, he belted out of there like, start hitting. He ran. And so she still had Joseph's garment that Joseph was wearing in her hand. And so her being embarrassed, her letting her ego and pride get to her, which really what it was, you know what I'm saying? She was hurt like, oh, he don't want, because she wasn't a bad looking lady. She was easy on the eyes. But Joseph like, nah, I got eggplant discipline. I'm cool. Plus, you know what I'm saying? Your dude got me out. I'm good. I'm just trying to regain myself. I'm cool. I'm not even on that. I'm focused. But here come, you know, Jezebel's is always on some bullshit, right? So she went to her husband and was like, you know, made it seem like Joseph had, you know, tried to force himself on her. I'm gonna say that. I gotta be careful, right? I can't say the R word. So she made it seem like Joseph forced himself on her. Okay. And so the husband, he was hot. He was like, what? And then she showed him the evidence, whatever little fake evidence she had, you know, she showed it to the husband, like, yeah, this is the, you know, he tried to, this is why I got his garment, because I was trying to fight him and get him off of me, you know, just the, you know how I can go, just, oh my God, I was trying to fight him and get him off of me, and then I was like, oh my God, right? So the husband hot, he like, oh, what? hey, let's go, ride out. Let's go get this dude, right? Let's go get this ninja, right? So they go get him, snatch him up, throw Joseph back in the pen. Joseph go back to prison like, oh my God, good grief. Like, just telling you, Jezebel, we're going to get to that in a minute. Like I said, I'm going to tell the story first, and we're going to get to this shit in a minute. I'm going to break it all down so you can relate it in 2026, right? So he back in the pen. So he like, Joseph like, damn, man, I can't, fuck. I didn't even do nothing. So, but because Joseph got that light on him, because Joseph is who he is and who he was, he found favor with the warden. The warden of the prison made Joseph like the head of the prisoners. So during that time, he ran into two dudes that was like a part of Pharaoh's court or something like that. This is in Egypt now, right? And so they start having these dreams, but they didn't understand the dreams, but they kept having these dreams back to back. So one day they was talking about their dreams around Joseph, and Joseph interpreted the dreams for him because Joseph is a dream interpreter. So he interpreted the dreams for them, and he told them what the messages in the dreams was and was about, right? So the one dude, he told him like, hey, yo, bro, unfortunately, they're going to execute you. They're going to get you out of here, man. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. But then the other dude, he told him, hey, yo, you're going to go back to, you're going to go back to your status as working for the Pharaoh, this, that, and the other. So fast forward, the one dude got executed, and then the other dude went back to working for the Pharaoh. So when it came for the day for the dude to go back to work for the Pharaoh that Joseph interpreted the dream for, Joseph told dude, hey man, while I'm in here, don't forget me, man. Like, try to look out for me, right? Try to look out for me, right? So the dude that he interpreted the dream for that was going to go back to Pharaoh, he told Joseph, hey, yo, I got you. Don't trip. When I get out, I'm going to look out for you. I'm going to send the word. You good. Don't even trip. But when dude got out, he just forgot all about Joseph. He was doing his own thing, whatever. So like Joseph spent a couple of more years in the pen. He was in prison. He spent a couple of more years up in that thing, right? So one day, the Pharaoh of Egypt, he started having all these dreams and having all these visions, but he didn't know what they meant or what was going on, but he just kept having them. So he trying to figure it out like, damn, what's going on? He asking other people like, I don't know what to tell you. So the dude that ran across Joseph while he was in a pen with Joseph, he told Pharaoh, he said, hey, yo, Pharaoh, check it out. I think I know somebody that can interpret those dreams for you. He was like, who? What's up? Where he at? He was like, hey, yo, man, he in the pen. He locked up. Pharaoh was like, well, shit, go get that ninja and get him out of there and bring him over here. Let me holler at him. I need to know what's up with these visions and these dreams because I can't figure it out. So, all right. So, boom, he remembered. He like, boom, let me go get Joseph. Boom. So he go in there. He get Joseph out. Joseph free. He bring Joseph to the Pharaoh. Pharaoh started telling Joseph, hey, yo, man, I hear you the man with these interpretations and these visions. What's up? What's going on? Talk to me. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm experiencing. What's what? Tell me something. And shit, Joseph is like, okay, well, so he basically told him that Israel would have abundance for 7 years of just abundance. They'll be up balling for 7 years. And then after that, they will experience 7 years of famine. Okay? So this is what he told Pharaoh. So Pharaoh's sitting back. He's like, damn, okay. So Joseph told Pharaoh, if it was up to me, I would advise you to get somebody to kind of oversee this process. So Pharaoh was like, well, shit. You the man. You know my vision. You know my vision. You see it. I'm having them, but you know it. So you gonna be my guy. And Joseph was like, wait, what? Me? What? And Pharaoh was like, yeah, man. And he made Joseph the second most powerful dude in the whole land. In the whole land. So he was like, wow, okay, cool. No problem. So boom. Meanwhile, Joseph, daddy think he dead, all kind of stuff, right? Unalive. Let me be careful because they be trying to trip on here. So Jacob think Joseph is unalive, been unalive for several years now. So he's still like, dang, my son, I can't believe this, right? The brothers know. Mind you, the brothers know. His brothers knew the whole time what really happened to Joseph, though. And they never said nothing to their daddy about what really happened to Joseph. But okay, boom. So they up. And so during that time, Joseph is stacking up. He's like, okay, we know we finna have 7 years of abundance of of famine and everything. So he's making sure they have a surplus of everything. They stacked up. So then when it came time for the famine to hit, they was prepared for it. It's prepared for it. So there was a point where I guess Joseph's brothers came to give they came to the Pharaoh's palace to give Pharaoh some things, some goods and valuables in exchange for things that they needed. So when they came to the palace, Joseph seen them like, what? He's what? He said, man, oh, they're my brothers. So he seen them, but they didn't recognize Joseph. But he seen him the whole time. He like, oh, okay. So y'all in need, huh? Okay, boom. So, they paid for all the goods and services. Joseph hooked him up because Joseph's the overseer of that stuff. So Joseph hooked him up and they went on about their business. So then Joseph, he wanted to put him to the test because he wanted to see if they was still on that bullshit that they was on trying to get rid of him. So he he sent all their funds back. Everything that they used to pay for the goods and services, he just sent it back to them. And so when they end up getting it, they like, what's this? They like, damn, like, they like, hey man, nah, we don't want nobody to think we stole nothing. I think it's best that we take this stuff back because we don't want no smoke with the Pharaoh and his guards, his court, his armies, and nothing. So the brothers got together, they took the stuff that Joseph sent back and they took it back to Pharaoh like, hey, yo, man, I don't know what this is. We ain't got nothing to do with this, but, somehow the stuff that, we use to get our resources from you, yeah, it came back to us. We don't want nothing to do with that. We didn't steal nothing, blah, blah, blah. So Joseph was like, oh, okay, cool. Come on in. We'll straighten that out. He fed them. They had a big old feast. He fed them. Meanwhile, they still don't know it's Joseph. So he eating with them, chilling, blah, blah, blah. So he still want to test them to see what they own. So he like, okay. So he had one of his peoples put some silver and stuff in his brother Benjamin's backpack. I believe it was Benjamin, but he had him putting some stuff in his backpack. He's testing them. So they finished eating good. They got their supplies, whatever again. They're heading on their way. Then one of the people that worked, one of the guards or somebody was like, hold up, wait a minute. Boom. It was all a test though. And they like, hey man, went through Benjamin's backpack and was like, hey, what's this? So the brothers is in shock. They like, oh no, man, hell no. Like, we don't got nothing to do with this. I don't know what that's doing in his bag. They all dumbfounded. They looking around like, hey, yo, man, Benjamin, what you do? Benjamin like, hey, yo, I ain't do nothing. I didn't even touch my bag. I don't know how the hell any of this is going down. And they was all just lost. Like, so then I believe they had to go back to have a conversation with their father because it was something like Joseph was requesting proof of something. So they had to go back to talk to their pops about it, but Joseph wanted them wanted Pops to bring Benjamin back. Like, yeah, bring him back for sure, because if not, it's gonna be a problem. So when they went back and told Pops what's going on, which is Jacob, Jacob was like, hey, Jacob was reluctant because he like, man, they gonna unalive my son, and I just lost my other son. And Joseph and Benjamin got the same mama. If I send, excuse me, if I send Benjamin back, they're gonna unalive him, and then me and Rachel not gonna have no kids together. So he was reluctant, but the brothers is like, look, Pops, nah, man. He had the stuff in his bag. I don't know how, but whatever, we gotta take him back so we can straighten this out. We gonna be cool. Let's just do what they requesting so we don't have no issues. So Jacob, the Pops, is like, all right, go ahead, bam. So they took him back. They went back with Benjamin. They started resolving the issues, and then Joseph like started crying. He started like crying real hard. He started crying so hard that everybody in the palace kind of took notice of it because they didn't know what was going on. They hear him crying. So, people start coming around like, hey, what the hell going on? And then he just yelled out, he said, I am Joseph. And the brothers kind of paused and looked like, what? And then Joseph said, is my father still alive? Because remember, they didn't know who he was. They didn't even recognize him. That's how goofy they was. His own damn brothers. Okay? They didn't even recognize him. So he said, I am Joseph. And then they started looking like, what? Like, Joseph? Little Joseph? Joseph? He said, yeah, man, it's me. Yo, brother. And they all like, oh, what the? So he just like crying. You know what I'm saying? He just like, and they like, damn, man, like they can't believe it. They like, man, we didn't even recognize you. Like, whoa. And then they astonished, like, what the, like, WTF? Like, what the fuck are you doing in Pharaoh's house? Like, how did you get here? How did you become the second most powerful dude in the land? Like, we thought you was in slavery. Like, bro, I mean, our bad, but everybody was stunned. Like, they couldn't believe it. So, they had the conversations. Joseph seen that they grew from their mistakes of what they tried to do to him, because he was a divine masculine. He was forgiven. He was a forgiving man. Okay. So he forgave his brothers. They patched all that up. He looked out for them. They went and got Pops. Jacob, his father, was astonished and happy to see his son again, and then amazed, like, wow, like, damn, your vision came true. You right. You really are the man. We do gotta acknowledge you. We do gotta recognize you. You are, that vision was right. You know what I'm saying? So, pretty much, there's a little small details to the story though, but Joseph is the rejected brother. He was the brother that everybody was jealous of. Everybody envied. They was hating on him. You know what I'm saying? All because he was divinely connected. He was tapped in. You know what I'm saying? He was tapped in. It wasn't his fault who he was. That's who God bestowed blessings upon. And because of that, you know what I'm saying, they wanted to kill him. They threw him in slavery, because he wasn't a ugly type of looking dude. You know what I'm saying? He was a handsome guy, and put together. So when they tried to unalive him, he went and stayed with the dude that bought him out of slavery. His wife was attracted to him. She a harlot. She a Jezebel. He ain't trying to mess with her. She mad because he won't clap them cheeks. She made it seem like he assaulted her. He didn't. Ended up getting thrown back in prison because of that. Met some people in prison, and then those people happened to work for Pharaoh, that just happened to be in jail for whatever reason. And They the ones that came down, got him out of prison because of his gifts, because of his divinity, because of his divine masculine, because of what was bestowed upon him. And the Pharaoh needed those resources. They took him to Pharaoh, and then the rest is history. And he became the second most powerful man in history. Now, that is basically the story of Joseph, the rejected brother. Now, what the hell does that got to do with tonight's episode? What does that have to do with tonight's episode? Because there's a lot that we can take from that story. There's a lot that we can take from that story. First and foremost, we're going to start right here. Let me let some of y'all know, man. And I'm only talking to people that's tapped in, people that are divinely connected, people that actually they're not perfect, and none of us is perfect, but they don't wake up every day trying to do harm and betray and backstab and do things that will be harmful to other people. I'm talking about you people. You're gonna go through things in life, and you just gotta have faith. You gotta let go and let God. What did I say in my last episode when we was talking about the mustard seed? You just gotta have faith, man. When we was talking about that fig tree, what I say? You just gotta have faith, man. Sometimes you go through things and it could be some really tough patches. And you're gonna really feel like, damn, like, why am I going through this? You know, this is messed up. Why me? Whatever. Don't trip. If you tapped in, it's a place for you next to God under his covering. Now, if you not, you go through shit because you're a dark individual. You know, especially if you a dark ass warlock, stinky ass witch. Okay? You're gonna go through shit. You're gonna get what you deserve. Okay? But if you somebody that wake up and you like, I don't pray on people's downfall. I don't try to conjure up shit to happen to people every day. You just know that God got you. You don't know why things happen the way they do. You know what I'm saying? You might be trying to get this job. Let me give you an example. So let's say, for example, right? Let's say you go apply for a job and you get the job. And let's say you work at that job for a minute. And then along the way of working in the job, we all know we meet people, right? So then let's say you meet some people, and they happen to tell you about another agency that's doing the same thing that what you're doing at this agency. Let's say, right? Boom. So then let's just say at some point at the agency you at right now, you get fired, you get laid off. You, for whatever reason, you lose your job. So now you stress, you thinking like, damn, I done just got fired. I just got laid off. What I'm gonna do, man? I gotta go out here and get another job. And then a light bulb comes on like, oh yeah, I remember when my other coworker was telling me that this other agency that does what we do, they, this is about another agency and they be hiring. So then you've been working at this job for a few years. Let's say you've been working there long enough and put in enough work to where, you don't have to come in at entry level. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to go apply at this other agency. Remember, you just got fired. You just got laid off. So you stressed out. Bills might be starting to pile up a little bit. So you trying to figure it out. Then you remember that your person at the other job told you about the other agency. So you go apply for the other agency. You get there and you apply, and you find out that not just are they hiring, they're also hiring for managerial positions. Positions that's above where you was just working at, because you was at entry level stuff, but you got the experience now. So you're like, oh, well, shit. Okay. But again, let's say you got fired from that job because somebody set you up, and you got fired from that job because of that person set you up. Boom. So you go on to this other job, right? You go on to the other job, you apply for the managerial positions. They look at your resume and they hire you. So you like, oh, hey. So you up. So not only did you get reestablished with employment, but now it's even better because you ain't just an entry-level worker. Now you like a supervisor, right? So then let's just say at that job, they trust you because of your quality of work, that they say, hey, you know what? We want you to bring in more candidates like you to our company. So we're going to put you in charge of interviewing people, right? So you're like, okay, I can do that. No problem. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I hire some good candidates. I got them. Yeah, we're going to have some good people up in here because of me, right? So then let's say the person that got you fired from the other job, right? They get fired or they lose that job. And then they happen to come to this agency, right? So they coming, they got an interview, you doing interviews, they come, they apply, they get scheduled for the interview. So you telling your peoples, look, I gotta go, y'all. I got an interview coming up, I got an interviewee coming up, boom. So you go in there to conduct your interview, and when the candidate walk in, it's the mofo that got you fired from the other job. And when you walk in, when they walk in, they like, oh. And they got that look on their face. They give a poor interview. And maybe you wasn't even tripping. But they give a poor interview like, man, they don't even want the job now. They so disgusted. But you ain't even tripping. Because even though they did get you fired, you know what I'm saying? You probably like, man, I ain't even tripping, man. I'm gonna hire you and shit, you know. But just know I'm on your ass. That's how God be working. That's how God be working, man. This shit for real out here. You gotta be careful about the people you try to step on your way up. Cause them be the same people your ass pass on your way down. You better be careful about how you treat people, especially people that are divine feminine, divine masculine. Your ass better be careful. You better walk on eggshells because God always got a plan for them. The things that may seem like it's happening to them is actually happening for them. I'm going to say it again. The things that may seem like it's happening to them is actually happening for them. So you might be celebrating like, yeah, they got fired, aha, da-da-da, not knowing like God was moving them out of here because this whole agency department's finna shut down. God was moving them to this other job. They get paid better. They got a better title. And when you bring your silly, doofy, goofy, loofy ass over there, guess what? They're going to be on your boss. They're going to be your boss. So now your enemy becomes your footstool. Just like in the Bible with Joseph. This shit happens all the fucking time. This shit happens all the time. And to be honest, I hope they don't get mad at me. I use that as an example because I know somebody that actually happened to in real life, and the shit was fucking funny. They called me and I started dying when I heard that shit. I said, no. They're like, bro, guess who I just interviewed? And I'm like, who? And they said the name, and I'm like, whoa. I said, did you hire him? He said, fuck no. I said, I ain't mad because that individual was very toxic. And there's no sense of bringing that energy around, especially when it's your job and your duty to see to it that we got, a good harmonious environment around here. So I wasn't mad. But man, God ain't no joke. You don't know what God got in store for you. You know what I'm saying? You might be applying for apartments. Let's say you in a situation, boom, you applying for apartments. You applying for apartments, right? And let's say you picked out 3 apartments. You like, okay, I like this area, I like this place, I like this place, I like this one, right? But let's say you get none of them for whatever reason. Let's say they send you the information back like, yeah, your credit wasn't good enough. Whatever, anything. Oh, sorry, we already gave it to somebody else. But the thing is, you didn't get it, right? So now you feeling dejected. You're like, damn, I didn't get that shit. I really wanted to stay over there. That was cool. I felt like that was a great fit for me. And you like feeling like, damn, right? But then let's say you talking to one of your peoples, right? And you know, you like, damn, man, you know, I'm trying to find this place to live, blah, 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 blah. And they like, you trying to find a place to stay? Like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna see something for you real quick. And you like, all right, whatever. So you feeling like, damn, man, you feeling kind of down right now. Your energy low because you like, it's not working out for you, right? So he come back. He was like, yeah, man, I just wanted to go holler at my peoples. They still got that spot over there for you if you want to go check it out. You still need somewhere to stay, right? And you like, yeah, I do. He like, all right, go over there and check it out. Let me know what you think. And, you know what I'm saying, I can get you in. We can make it happen. But, you know, go check it out first and see if that's something you want to do. So, you know, you a little excited about it, but, you know, you really ain't super zaza about it because you already been rejected 3 times. So you feeling like, here go another disappointment, right? But then you go check it out and you pull up to the spot and you look, you see it, and you check the address, you like, wait a minute, hold up. Like, you like, damn, this the spot. Oh shit, this the place. And you like, damn, but wait a minute, this is a house. So you like, man, this motherfucker I can't stay in this motherfucking house. Cause they renting their house out. So you like, man, I can't stay in this motherfucking house. You crazy? Like, dude, I'm applying for apartments and shit. And you want me to stay in this house? I can't afford this shit. So, but you know, you like, whatever, man. You go take a look at it. It's, you know, it's just big, plenty of spaces. But so, you know, you go back to your people like, hey, yo, I mean, I feel you good looking out, but bro, I can't afford that, man. I'm looking, you know, I'm in a market for an apartment. I can't afford that shit. What are you, you know, thanks, but damn, you know? And they like, well, nah, bro. The owner, them my peoples. Like, and they only asking for this amount of money per month. They ain't even doing all of that. This is what they asking for, this, that. So you like, what? You like, damn, wait a minute. They only asking for this. They asking for the same amount of shit that them other apartments was. So you like, wait a minute. Are you for real? And you like, yeah, that's all they want. You like, no, don't play with me, bro, because I could do that shit right now. They're like, bro, if you could do it right now, all you need is your first and last, and you in that thing. Like, you got it or not. So they like, you like, hell yeah, I got it. I'm in that shit right now. What's popping? Let's go. So they like, okay, we're here, nigga. Ninja, fill out the app. Do what you do. Don't worry about the credit. Don't worry about shit. And, you know, just make sure you got that bread. Make sure you got your first and your last, and you'll be up in there next month. So you like, what? You like, nah, don't play with me. He like, bro, I got you. I'm not playing with you. I'm dead ass serious. I'm you straight. And then everything work out and you in there. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't, that type of stuff happens all the time. You don't know what God is doing for you. You don't know. Sometimes we get too caught up in the, oh, it didn't work. You don't know what God is protect. You see what I'm saying? You went from applying from apartments, God like, no, I'm not putting you in an apartment. I'm putting you in this house. Then you get in the house and then you start figuring out why you got in the house. Like, why God like, no, I'm not putting you in that apartment. I'm putting you in this house. And then later on, life goes on and it reveals to you why you needed the house. Like, God ain't no joke, man. God, his covering ain't no joke. Ain't no weapon forged against you gonna prosper. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. You don't know, for those who didn't get certain jobs and you feel like, well, damn, I want that job, I didn't get it. You don't know why you didn't get that job. You're like, well, damn, I wanted that job. You wanted it, but you don't know why God kept you from getting it. I'm not talking about you evil, dark motherfuckers. I'm talking about people that's on a mission to just be responsible, be good parents, be good citizens. They don't wake up trying to fuck people over and do stupid ass, evil ass shit to people on their brain, conjuring up shit. I'm not talking about none of you goofballs. I'm talking about people that just really want to do the best that they can do in life. You don't know why God saved you from getting that job. Maybe if you would have got that job and one day on your work, you would have gotten into a real bad car accident and been unalive or been disabled. God don't have that in the works for you. So to keep that from happening to you, you're not going to get this job. Because if I give you this job, this is going to happen to you. Maybe God kept you from getting that job because there's a goofball on that job that would have that would have tried to force themselves on you, and you're a woman, and this man would have tried to do some things for you. Or vice versa. Maybe you a dude on that job and there's some old idiot ass people that would have ruined your reputation on that job. So God can't let you get that job. Maybe you didn't get that apartment over there because God know if he put you in that spot, you're going to get into it with them neighbors over there. So you didn't know them neighbors across the fence was ignorant. You would have found that out when you moved over there. And then if you would have moved over there with your temperament, you probably would have bust one of them up, you would have beat the shit out of them, and then things would have happened from there. And God don't want none of that on you. He don't want you going to jail. He don't want you being unalive because you have to put tips on somebody. And so he's like, nah, you're not even finna move over there. God like, nah, you're not even finna move over there. Period, point blank. I got something for you. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be a path, but just have faith because you're going to go through it, but I'm going to be molding you the whole time you're going through all these ups and downs and these obstacles. And it's going to seem like it ain't working out for you, but it is, because when you walking with God, whatever happens to you happens for you. And you just got to develop that type of mentality. But a lot of people don't, especially not these old silly ass, dark ass witches and these stanky ass warlocks. They don't get that shit. They don't get that shit. That's why they want to do the things that they do, thinking that they're not gonna have to answer for it. Oh, yes, the fuck you are. Judgment Day is here, boy. Boy. Okay? What else did we learn in the story of Joseph? What about that Jezebel? Huh? What about old girl that and this is no shot, but you know, you gotta take shit as it resonates and reverse the roles if you got to. But this was in the story. You know, some people get sensitive. You know, they be, oh, why are you saying this about man, shut up. This ain't no gender. I hate people that know you not gender bashing, but want to use that as a fucking excuse to not learn some shit. In the story of Joseph, what happened to him when he went to prison the first time he went in and got out? When that dude bought him out, his wife was hitting on Joseph. That's why he had to go back, because she was trying to give Joseph the cookie jar. She wanted the eggplant. He was saying, nah, I'm cool. I'm not going to do that. He ran from her. And because she had his garments in his hand, she used that as evidence. Like, yeah, he tried to, force himself on me. That's what got him back in prison the second time. What I want to say is, what I'm finna say is, I ain't gender bashing, but I want my real men. I ain't talking about males, because there's a difference between males and men. I want real men to know something, especially divine masculine men. Bro, when it comes to your success, when it comes to your path, when it comes to your mission, when it comes to your assignment, when it comes to your wealth, your bread, all of that, bro, you got to have eggplant discipline. You got to be careful, because there's some stanky ass succubus Jezebels out there. And they will destroy you, just like how she tried to destroy Joseph. She tried. She was mad because Joseph didn't want to lay with her. He didn't even do nothing. He didn't want to lay with her. He did not give her what she wanted from him, which was time. And Joseph was like, I'm cool. And she had bro set him up and had bro thrown in prison over that. Fellas, divine masculines, y'all got to be careful, man. When you out here on your mission, sometimes you just got to just turn it all down. It ain't even worth it until you get to your destination. And even when you at your destination, you still got to have discipline, because when you get to your destination and it's abundant, or it looks abundant, but more than likely it is abundant, that attracts them all. I don't care what nobody say. That attracts them all, whether they a dark witch, divine feminine, nothing. That shit attracts them. That's what they attracted to, period. Good or bad, it don't matter. So you got to be on your square. You can't just be like, I'm going to clap them cheeks, them cheeks, them cheeks, them cheeks. Yeah, bro. Somebody going to get you. Somebody going to try to do you like Tupac. Have you up in that damn going to court talking about you did something, you did certain stuff to her when She came up to you on the dance floor giving you oral in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? The enemy is always going to use a Jezebel, bro, because they know the nature of a man. They know the nature of a man. They know, man, we like to clap cheeks. And that's what you're supposed to do. And that's how you're supposed to be. But the enemy will use that against you. And it's the same opposite flip side reverse for a female. The enemy of the warlock dude is going to try to use his abundance, use his wealth to make it seem like, oh, yeah, come holler, come. And he's an incubus. He's going to be just sucking your life force about you. He's going to be taking advantage of you. You're going to be left destitute messing with him. But right now, we're going to get back to the story. So messing with her. He did right. You got to be, man, listen, you got to be 10 toes down for yourself and on your square and focus, brothers. Hey, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's hard, especially when you're a man, because you like what you like. You like women. You're supposed to like women. Shit, I love women. I think they look good as fuck. Women is sexy. I don't give a damn. You see, women so sexy, even other women like women. Tell me I ain't lying. Huh? You're supposed to like them. That's what's natural. But you can't like them to the point where you lose focus. You got to be able to smell the setup, see the setup. You got to be able to see somebody that's around you just because of what they think they can get out of you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to understand that, oh, she using you. She don't care about you. She ain't poured nothing into you. She ain't done nothing for you but give up the cookie jar. So don't fall for the okie doke, because the one that's really about you, they don't have a problem with doing the things that's going to elevate you, with studying you, not to know your weaknesses to attack you, but to fortify you, to strengthen you, to make you better, to help you heal, to love on you properly. That's what a real one going to do. You got to watch it with these Jezebels, bro. They dangerous. How many men have we seen? Yeah. There's, don't get me wrong. Yeah. There's men take advantage of women all day. They get money. They think they do what they want to do. Yes. Yeah, I'm not even finna say that it's not. I'm not going to say that it's not. For sure. But right now, we're talking about the story of Joseph. So for those who got a problem with what I'm saying, be like Michael Jackson, moonwalk your ass out of here and beat it, because I don't have time for that. Again. Okay? Fellas, you got to be careful. How many times have we seen dudes get accused of something that they did? The Dodgers just had a player. He was a pitcher. He was a cold pitcher, and the Dodgers is cold. We just won 2 World Series back to back. That's how cold the Dodgers is. But they had actually signed another pitcher that was cold, okay? But he got caught up in this scandal with this chick. And she was accusing him of, you know what I'm saying, the bullshit, trying to force himself and all type of stuff. But luckily for him, 2 things happened. One, evidence came out of he was able to obtain evidence of her conversating with her homegirls through Texas and everything about her wanting to set him up, with her wanting to set him up to get what she can get out of him. 2, he recorded a lot. And those recordings was able to help show some stuff like, oh, okay. So he got out of it. Now, he didn't end up being with the Dodgers when I was mad about that, because he was a cold pitcher. But, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with them Jezebels. They out here. All right? What else did we see in the story of the rejected brother Joseph? His goddamn brothers. Traitors. His brothers, man, his own brothers sold him into slavery. His own brothers. These are his blood brothers too. Sold him into slavery. For what? Did he do something to them? No. Did he beat them up? No. Did he sleep with their women? No. What did they betray Joseph for? Because they was jealous of his light. They was jealous of the fact that he was divinely connected to God, and not even say they wasn't connected, but clearly he was more connected to him. And they betrayed their brother because of their ignorance, ego, their falsehood, their superstition, and their goddamn jealousy, hating. They sent their brother through all of that because they are haters, not because he actually did anything to them. They can't, they couldn't name one thing that Joseph did to them. Not one, because he didn't do nothing to them. They was mad at him. So mad that they wanted to unalive him. And then they was like, no, let's not unalive him. Let's just sell him into slavery and get some money for him. Man, ain't that some shit? Ain't that people at your job? Ain't that people in your family? Ain't that people a part of whatever social group and clubs that you a part of? It's always some mofos that's just jealous of you and plotting on your downfall. Hating on you because your light triggers their darkness. Jealous than a motherfucker. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. A lot of the times, them people don't even put in the work that you put in, but they mad at you. They mad at you. How many of us got family members? How many of us are really the black sheep of the family? Like, I mean the real black sheep. You not hold on, let me be clear. I said the real black sheep. You ain't the black sheep because you the shit starter of the family. You the problem of the family that everybody tries to avoid. I'm not talking about your silly ass. I'm talking about you the black sheep because you actually probably more gifted than everybody in your family, smarter than them, got more potential than them. Again, more tapped into divine than them. They can feel it in you. They can feel the energy. So they mad and they hating. How many of us has been that black sheep? Been that black sheep of that family? People just look for a reason to have a problem with you. And again, you ain't did shit. But be successful. Mind your business. Walk the path that God has laid out in front of you. People be thinking, oh, things always work out your way. You get whatever you want. Like, I don't get whatever. Well, okay, maybe I do, but look what I had to go through to get here. People be wanting to be you so bad. They so jealous, like, oh, they're not gonna never tell you the truth. Like, I wish I had your voice. I wish I looked like you. I wish I had your hair. I wish I had your body. I wish I had your money. I wish I had your lifestyle. I wish I had your energy. I wish people cling to me like they cling to you. And you thinking if you were to find that shit out, you'll be like, come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. I will slap the sense into you. Do you know what the fuck I go through because of that? You want a destiny swap with me so damn bad with your dark ass ritual that you don't even know how much betrayal I face because of these gifts. You want to be me so bad, but you could never be me because you don't even have the strength that it takes to be me. You don't have the strength. The shit that I go through every day, you would have folded on the first event. You would have folded on the first circumstance that broke out with your weak, slimy, disgusting, slithering ass. But you mad at me. And then you like, oh, I want to be like you. I want your gifts. You can't handle them because if you did, if I could surrender these gifts, which I'm not, you would find yourself just like me. Everybody's now going to hate on you, and you don't have the strength. Clearly, you don't have the strength. Well, how do you know I ain't got the strength? Because you're a fucking scumbag. You're a hater. That's how I know you don't have the strength. If you were a real strong person, you wouldn't be hating on me because I'm blessed. If anything, you would come up to me and try to learn some shit. You would come up to me and like, hey, I admire what you're doing. I'm not a hater. I acknowledge that. What can I do? I want to be down too, like Brandy. I just want to be down. You know what I'm saying? Give people their flowers. Nah, motherfuckers is haters. Motherfuckers is be hating. They want your strengths and your abilities, but they couldn't handle it if they were to get it. They couldn't handle it because now they become you. And they weak clearly because they're mad at you for nothing, which is a sign of weakness. And then look, what else do we see from the story of Joseph? Joseph had 12 brothers, 12 of them. Joseph was he was one of the 12. So that means he had 11 people turn against him. What? Do you know how weak them dudes look? Do you know how weak people are? All those people in your family that be hating on you, all the people at your job that be hating on you, all the people in that organization, that social club, or whatever the fuck you a part of that be hating on you, they had to gang up on you just to try to make some type of movement against you. They suck. And they want to be you. But look, you handled all of them by yourself. You handled all of them hate ass co-workers at work by yourself. You handling all your hating ass family members by yourself. You handling all them hating ass motherfuckers at the organization you a part of by yourself. It's 11 on 1. And they actually feel empowered, like, yeah, we did something. Yeah, we blocking their blessings. Yeah, we keeping them from growth. Yeah. Like, man, y'all suck. First of all, let's not talk about what would happen one-on-one. That's how you know. That's how you know how divine you are. That it took all them people to fuck with you, and they still can't. Did they fuck with Joseph? They tried. They just knew they won. Oh, he's in the pit. We sold him off to slavery. They celebrating like a mug when they did that to Joseph. Not knowing that God had a plan for Joseph, like, nah. Y'all foolish mortals. I'm about to make Joseph the second most powerful person in Egypt. You're his enemies and you're going to be you. I've just used you for him to, I just use you as footstools. He's going to step up on above y'all, and that's what it's going to be. And that's what happened. That's why we talked about earlier. Sometimes you can't get mad. Let your family do what they do. Don't even fall into that. They want to hate, let them hate. Let your coworkers hate. They want to hate, let them hate. Let them hate. Because whatever's for you is for you. Don't worry about it. If you want that managerial position at your job and these coworkers is hating, don't worry about them. God gonna move their ass out the way. Trust me, you're gonna get that spot. If it's in the cards for you to have it, it is. And then listen, if it's not, it's okay. Because if you have faith and you know your creator, I call him daddy. I don't even listen, I'll be like, what's up, dad? What's up, pa? That's how I talk to God. You know, I talk to God like I'm talking to him, you know. And some people like, well, some people may feel like, well, you shouldn't talk to God like that. Like, man, come here. I would slap the sissy. Don't tell me how to talk to the Father. He's the Father, ain't he? So he's my daddy. I can talk to God how I want to. I ain't cussing. I'm just saying, I address my father, my dad, my pops as such. Like I'm just talking to, we having a father-son conversation. So when people get to bothering me, I ain't got to do all type of dark ass rituals and getting to doing this stupid shit that some of these dark witches and these stanky ass warlocks, all these little cowards do, ganging up on you and shit, trying to assassinate your character, trying to do rituals to block your money and your finances and all that sorry ass shit. All I got to do is be like, Daddy, they bothering me again. Don't trip, I got it. I was already on it, but thanks for letting me know. As a matter of fact, because you said something, put more emphasis on it. That's what divine chosen people do. We ain't got to do all that conjuring up shit. We ain't got to do all that. Because we know what's for us is for us. If I didn't get it, it's because it wasn't for me. And God is going to place me where I need to be. Period. Period. You can't beat God. I don't know what's wrong with some people out here. It's really people out here think they got more power than the Most High. Them people be suffering like a motherfucker, right? Because it's punishments coming after certain people. It's punishments coming after certain people. And they be really trying to come after you. Meanwhile, they cars breaking down, they losing their jobs, their health is getting bad, they catching all type of diseases, it's all kind of shit. And they still got the nerve to be like, I'm gonna come for you. Okay, the more you come for me, the more God is gonna show you who's on the throne. And it ain't you. It ain't you. So you want to keep ice skating your silly, doofy, goofy ass uphill? Then go right ahead then. Go right ahead. As a matter of fact, go get some old motherfuckers to do it too, because I know all y'all like to do that shit. You get woe out and they drain. You want to go get some old people. Go get them. They're going to get their ass towed up too. Coming over here. What did dude say on Friday? I don't know. Boy, get your ass up off of that ground. I don't know why you come over here bothering these people. I don't know why you come over here bothering these people. I don't know. Hey, they better leave chosen people alone, man. I keep saying all the time, when having God with you is more than having everybody against you. Don't be fearful of none of them motherfuckers. I don't care who it is. Don't be scared of your family members, so fuck them. And I'm not saying fuck your family, but I'm saying like fuck them for trying to hate on you, hate on your blessings. Let me tell you what all these haters should do. Don't you know that all of the people at your job, your family, or whatever organizations you were part of, whatever, wherever you run across hate, they don't realize that they need to come be a part of what you're doing. It would have made their life a lot better. They would have got up under your protection. They would have been blessed for looking out for you, because you would have gotten blessed. And as a divine individual, just like Joseph, what did Joseph do? He forgave his brothers and he blessed them. That's what we do. That's what that's what charitable people do, man. We get bread, we come up, we look out for people. People that are not selfish and trying to hold everything to the vest. As soon as we get something, we looking for who we can bless. We're like, damn, okay, I got $1 million. Who can I give $1,000 to? We just looking around like, oh yeah, you know what? Let me give it. Oh yeah, you know what? Oh yeah, you know what? We looking out. But you got evil, old, disgusting ass people. They just, it's my money, it's mine. Like, all right, keep having an attitude. You're gonna be all by yourself. You're gonna be all by yourself. I'm telling y'all, don't be afraid. Don't be in fear. Don't get disappointed. Shit happens. It's going to happen. Let God's will work. All right? Whatever happens to you, happens for you. You didn't get the job. You didn't get the location you wanted to move to. Whatever it is, that's okay. You don't know why that happened. You don't know why. You don't have the ability with this being human to see the whole 360 degrees of what God can see. Especially if He's protecting you. Like I said, God, like, no, you're not gonna move over there because them neighbors is ignorant. No, you're not gonna get that job, because if you get that job won't ruin your career because of the people that's over there. You know what I'm saying? And even when you do go through stuff, and you feel like, dang, God, why am I going through? No. Just keep asking and praying for strength. Like, look, Pops, just give me the strength, give me the patience, give me the wisdom so I can start seeing what you see. Give me a little glimpse. That's it. Don't do all that. Don't start turning your back on the Most High. Don't you do that. Don't you, because now you done fucked up. Like he said off Minister Society, you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? Don't do that. Stay down. Stay 10 toes. Just know, for whatever it is, there's something God's working behind the scenes. I know God's working right now. I know God work. God, let me tell you something. God working right now. This motherfuckers right now think that they just, oh, well, we finna do this and we go ahead. Let's see who more powerful. Y'all or the Most High. Let's see. Show me. Make me a believer. Because so far, I ain't seen none of you goofballs be more powerful than the Most High. I don't care what ritual, what disgusting, what you go do. You can light 50,000 candles and they all black. Get your ass. I'll kick that shit over. Get out of here. I'll kick y'all candles over. Your little, all that shit. I'm telling you, haters out there, they hate Noble. I don't give a fuck. They hate Noble. I don't give a. I'm waiting. I'm seeing a decline. I'm like, yeah. You didn't know who you was playing with, huh? Tapped in, huh? Wondering like how he know. Don't worry about how I know. Just know that I know. You should have did your homework before you start coming for people. You underestimating people, underestimating how they look, underestimating their empathy and their sympathy, thinking they weak, thinking we weak because, he's caring, he's giving. Oh, we can take advantage of him. No, you can't. He ain't. That boy's far from weak. That boy far from weak. Y'all are far from weak. Let them think that you weak. Let them think that you ain't got nobody. Let them think that you don't have nothing behind you. If you don't believe in the spirit, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you with that one. You got to have that belief on your own. But if you know you tapped in, you dare a motherfucker to come with that goddamn stupid ass yama, 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 yam. Bring your ass over here. You gonna get towed out the frame like them last group of people is getting towed out the frame right now. Right now. Tow out the frame. Next. No, y'all not done? Okay, watch. Next. I'm telling you, read that story of Joseph, man. It's okay. I'm telling you, the Bible's actually cool. I know we kind of got into a place where I'm getting ready to get up out of here, but I know we kind of got into the place where, people like, I don't really do. I ain't saying do church. I ain't saying do. I'm not saying not go or whatever, but I'm just saying like, give certain things a chance. You like you into the Quran, give it a chance. You into the Torah, give it a chance. You into the Bible, give it a chance. Like even if you don't go to the places that represent those books, read them though. Like you'll get so much stuff up out of there that you can apply to your life. Like I'm telling you, I swear. Listen, I'm telling you, I do it all the time. I'll be reading stuff. I'm like, ooh, I saw. It was a verse. Damn. It was a verse that I wish I would have. It was a verse that I saw earlier today. I think it was either today or yesterday, but it was a verse I saw somebody's Facebook page, and that shit was. I loved it. It was like in the book of Matthew. It was dope. I read it. I was kind of read what they put. I said, ooh. I said, ooh, that's cold. I said, yeah. I said, I looked it up. I said, ooh, yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, just have faith. You ain't got to fear nothing. You ain't got to fear nothing. You don't have to fear nothing. If it's meant for you to go from point A to point B, there is nothing in this galaxy that's going to stop you from getting from point A to point B. Period. I don't care what they talking about. I don't care what they used to doing. I don't care what they've done to others before. I don't care what their label is and how, man, power with my ass. Ain't nothing more powerful than the Spirit of God. Nothing. There's nothing more powerful than the divine source. Nothing. I don't give a shit what nobody talking about. If it's going to happen for you, it's going to happen. And if it don't, it don't. But whatever happens, it's God's will. It ain't up to no damn man or no group of people that's going to sit up here and say, well, you're out of here today. Says who? Says who? Says us. Okay, let's go. Let's do it right now. Let's go. Let's do it right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what's going to happen when you try to do something that's not in God's workings. That goes against what the Most High is talking about. That goes against what the Most High got planned for whoever out there. Let's see. Let's see. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out on my shield. But I doubt that it's. Anyway, I doubt it. But let's go. Let's go. All right. So with that being said, man, I love y'all. Y'all stay strong out there. Keep that light shining. Don't be afraid of none of these clowns and none of these losers. Ladies, watch yourselves out there from these incubus ass dudes. Fellas, watch out for these succubus ass, Jezebel ass spirits. People love to feed off your energy and try to manifest things off your abundance. I'm telling you, they energy vampires. I just talked about that in my other episode this year. Energy vampires. I talked about Jezebel spirits when I talked about the story of Medusa. I'm telling you, I'm on their ass. This whole season, I'm on their ass. Because shit, it's time. It's that time. That's what it is. All right. So with that being said, I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Noble Alexander. And I'm out.